So your Fibonacci tool, typically the 382 is going to be the strongest point. 618 is going to be about medium. 786, the weaker trend. So once you start getting lower to like 886, you can assume that the pressure is getting weaker and weaker. So you can also assume that if it does retest off of that, that it may not actually break the previous high or low. The more distance it has to cover, the more weaker the momentum actually gets. But yeah, you want to create a bias before you actually create the trend. Look for your trend. You want to measure. You want to use the Fibonacci tool to measure to look for the next potential move, and understand that wicks and patterns, they will more likely hit those levels. And so, for example, it may just tap the level real quick, or it may go just sit on the pattern for a while and create a pattern like a triangle pattern or some MW, whatever. And a tool you can use to further verify things, well, which also can be a form of a triangle as well. You can use a counter trend line to look for breaks of structure. The moment it starts breaking the patterns, that's a sign, well, it breaks and then the candlestick closes outside of it. That's a sign that it's going to continue. Okay, head and shoulders will typically line up at the 618, but it will also have its head at the 786. So the shoulders will be on the 618 while the head is at the 786. The 382, most commonly you will see flags, triangles, and wedges. On the 50, MW or V bottom. 618, MW, triple bottom, triple top, V bottom, and the shoulders of the head and shoulders. 786, head and shoulders. Well, the head of it, anyways. So, for example, a downtrend. The uptrend is I'm not gonna do that one. It's literally the opposite of this. So on the downtrend, you're gonna measure high to low. If you were going uptrend, you would do it in reverse, so low to high. But yeah, high to low for the downtrend, and you're pretty much want to find the retracement point. So X to A, so the end of the trend where that's actually starting to push up, that you believe is going to push up, you're going to measure all the way down to that point and then let it retrace. Potentially you believe that it's going to retrace to maybe the 380 to the 50 to 618 or one of these other points. You want to look at how it reacts to these points. That way, well, yeah, reacts as far as, is it going to wick it? Is a pattern going to form? And a candlestick going to form, like a reversal candlestick, and so on. You want to look for these signs for a reversal. You want to confirm that it's going to actually flip. And yeah, you want to, for the next retracement point, after it pushes, like if you found one retracement point and then you are looking for another one on the part of the trend, all you got to do is just measure the previous retracement. So you measure from that previous retracement high down to the next low to find the next retracement point. You may notice the trend is getting weaker the further you go. So, for example, the first retracement, it may hit the 382. Then next time, it may hit the 618 once it hits the second phase of it. Then a head and shoulders may potentially form. There are times you may notice deep retracements or retestments as well, which may be the hit of an 886. At that point, if it retraces back and hits an 886 at that pattern, you can expect a huge drop. So the 886 would actually be a sign that it's running out of momentum, and it may flip after that push. That's what you're basically looking at with this tool, and I will show an example of how to actually use this tool next.